Chelsea is not the Chelsea we used to know. Todd Boehly have completely changed Chelsea, and things are happening behind the doors. Mauricio Pochettino being sacked as Chelsea manager surprises every football lover, surprises every football pundit, and we are going into details as to what happened. Pochettino is leaving Chelsea. This is bad news for Chelsea, bad news for Todd Boehly. Most of the fans are happy. It's a mixed up feelings. Players are not happy with the sack of their manager. What is going to be the future of Chelsea? Who is coming on? A lot of names have mentioned here, and we are looking forward to see those names who is potentially can be Chelsea next manager come next season. If you just join us and you are new, remember to subscribe and be part of this amazing community. Hey, your opinions are always welcome. With me is Sami. You all know Sami is just a marvelous football pundit and he sees what you don't see. There are rumors about Erik Ten Hag as well. He might probably leave before the FA Cup finals.
Thank you, Ashley.
Yeah. So Mauricio Pochettino, we all know that from the beginning till the middle, things were not actually working very well for Mauricio Pochettino. But hey, in the end, and as they say, the end always justifies the means. He has been able to qualify for Europa, a great achievement Chelsea needed because last season from 11th position to 6th position right now. So, I mean, what's behind sacking?
Okay, thank you very much. Let me give your viewers a brief history about what is going on so they get a clear picture. Well, we know that ever since Abramovich left the club, Chelsea has not really been Chelsea. We've seen out of the past 8 years, we've seen 7 managers. That means managers just come in and go just like that. But then, what is the reason? Especially when Todd Boehly bought the club with his company. We could realize that immediately his first sack was Thomas Tuchel. And most fans were really not happy about it because they knew what Thomas Tuchel had done for the club. And the sack was too early. Well, they rather brought in lower managers, not up to the standard of Thomas Tuchel. But then, we should remember that before Pochettino was signed, they had talked to Nagelsmann, they had talked to Luis Enrique, and all these coaches were interested in the job. But what happened? Now, this is where most Chelsea fans don't know. Todd Boehly, honestly, doesn't want a coach who is part of the decision making. Yeah, it sounds a bit crazy, but that is true. That is what is happening. Todd Boehly is a businessman and he wants to control his business his way. Poch came to meet a younger club. Came to meet a younger team with less experience, just a few experience. That is the likes of Raheem Sterling and Ben Cahill.
Ben Chilwell, James, the captain as well.
Yes, Rhys James and Thiago Silva. Out of the numerous players they bought. So now there became a beef between them. Poch told Todd Boehly that he wanted to be part of the decision making. He wants to buy some players, some experienced players to help the younger team. And this was where the rift started. Mind you, Pochettino has been an experienced coach in the EPL already. So he knows how to play the EPL. He's not new to the EPL. He has been there. We have seen it. You have seen what he did with Tottenham. He needed time to get the team running. But then immediately after the rift became, we saw that Todd Boehly removed himself from the direct contact. And now he made Pochettino only talk to the sporting director. Now, fortunate for his part, as the season was coming to an end, his team was able to pick up form. They were winning games. They became a fighting spirit. You could see that the players were fighting for Pochettino. And suddenly, the announcement came that he's been sacked, he's parted ways. So I want the fans to know how it started, why it started. It all started because he wanted to be part of the transfer. He wanted to let his input also be heard in the midst of the group.
But some people also have other rumors that he, according to the news, it's like he had a conversation with Todd Boehly, and the conversation was had to do with the senior players in the team. Maybe if he's going to stay longer, it wouldn't turn out very well. How true is that as well?
I think that rumor is not true because you should know what happened before the season had come to an end. Most of the senior players, inclusive of Thiago Silva, inclusive of Rhys James, the captain, inclusive of Carragher, inclusive of other few players, went and saw Todd Boehly and told Todd Boehly that they love Poch. They want to work with Poch. They've now understood what Poch is bringing to the club, and they think that with him next season is going to be powerful. It's going to be good. So they were actually rooting for Poch. But then, because of that factor I've mentioned earlier, there was a rift between them. So, with or without what the senior players came to tell him, he did not listen. Mind you, last season Chelsea finished on the 11th position. This season they have finished on the 6th position. It has been about an improvement, right? Now they are going to
Yeah,
play the Europa.
definitely.
They made mention that they told Poch that if he can able to get to the Europa, his job is stable. But then he has made it to the Europa. So now why is he sacked? That is where you should know that the manipulation comes in. And I think this is high time Chelsea fans get up and speak their mind to their new owner, because I think this is really, really sad for a Chelsea fan.
Eddie, you just met us. We were talking about the reasons why Pochettino has been sacked. Your opinion of that?
Why Pochettino has been sacked as Chelsea's manager?
Yes.
All right. Frankly speaking, when I heard the news, I was a bit shocked or disappointed, because when he has been able to give Chelsea the qualification to an European
Competition.
competition. But when he took over, that was this season, Chelsea, last season or this season, let me say, the season has already ended, right? But
Yeah.
before he took over, Chelsea didn't play any European competition. Yeah. So for him to reach that level was a plus for him, for the managers and the board to entrust Chelsea in him, that at least he's on the right direction. Last season, Chelsea appointed almost 5 managers, if I'm not mistaken, So I probably don't know what Chelsea's managers the board are looking for. And if they can't trust Pochettino with the job, I think it's good for him to probably look for other options as well.
Yeah, it's good for him to look at probably other options. Yeah, it's a great achievement because from 11th position last season to 6th position, it's a massive achievement. But then, according to the board, they bring out a list. According to the stories, there some people said they bring out the list, his fault and all that. They are looking for a coach who should play a nice football, a possession football, and also like the coach should not be conceding a lot of goals. So it looks like Pochettino conceded a lot of goals during the season, and it's part of the reason why they are allowing him to go. And others are saying that it's a mutual agreement between them. Pochettino. So which is which?
I think they just need something to represent something. So at the end of the day, the fans will not come for them. Now, mind you, I want to give you an example. Let me give you an example of someone like Klopp. When Klopp came to Liverpool, we all saw how bad Liverpool was. It took him time for the team to gel up, and now Liverpool is one of the best clubs in what? In EPL. When the same Pep Guardiola came to EPL, he finished third in that season. It also took him time for him to come and win. This is Pochettino's first season, and we have seen the brilliant performance against the Big Six in EPL, or against all the Big Six. He was able to play good football, play quality football. Then now the team is now gelling. This is a team of young individuals coming together, trying to fight for a title. Now that he has been able to get to play for Europa, he's now asking the team for maybe 1 or 2 signings, and now there's a problem. And this is where I find it very, very funny, because you can't tell me that you want a coach who plays good football, tiki-taka. You want a coach who can develop young talents. Of course, what is Pochettino doing? Have you seen the development of Modric? People will not talk about it, but you also Modric when he came. Now Modric is now becoming experienced. He's becoming smart. Look at the likes of
Jackson or
okay. Look at his gameplay now. Even look at Jackson. Now look at Jackson, the contribution with the team. Look at Kukurea. This is a coach who takes time to build his squad. So if you come out and tell me that you are looking for a young coach, you are looking for a coach who plays good football, you are looking for a coach whose defense is solid, mind you, this season Chelsea have had 14 senior players injured. 14. And all these 14 players can start. So if you're a coach like that, with this kind of resource, with this kind of people on injury, how do you expect him to perform? But even through this all, he has been able to finish it. So it was not mutual. There was nothing mutual about it. It was something that premeditated, something that Todd Boehly had already planned to sack him because he doesn't want a coach that can help him. He doesn't want a coach that can also have a say in whatever he wants to do. He wants to be a dictator in Chelsea, and that is not right.
The letter I would like to add to what my brother just said is, anytime there is a sack of manager, there is always a reason, and that has happened to be the reason of the board of Chelsea. That they want a manager who can give them good football, who can give them, all these petty reasons, And even the question is, when has Chelsea been known of playing good football? All that, anytime you hear of Chelsea is probably their defensive style of play, So if they are bringing out these excuses, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult to get a manager who is going to give them what they want. They should probably get a manager and probably stick to his way of play and his format of play, and gradually everything will change. Every good thing takes
It's a
time.
process.
Everything's a process. As Klopp took Liverpool for almost 10 seasons or 9 seasons, it took him time for him to achieve all those Champions League titles, all these EPL titles and everything. So if Chelsea want, they should entrust everything into one manager, and I think things will go on for Chelsea. But changing of managers from this to this, I think that's not the best option. That's not the best thing. They are not doing.
That's not the best thing. And guys, if you just join us, remember to hit the subscription button, like and share the video, and watch out. We are coming out with the list of Chelsea potential coach, and it will be in the next video. And hey, hit the subscription button and share.